Today we're talking with Göran Forsberg, the CEO of Cantargia. Good morning, Göran.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Nice to talk with you again. So your R&D pipeline has significantly expanded over the last 12 months. Can you please provide us a high-level overview of the cancer types you are prioritizing now?
Absolutely. So I think if you look at it strategically, we have come from a situation where we've seen that we have synergies with chemotherapy. So let's say counteracting resistance induced by chemotherapy in both non-small cell lung cancer and pancreatic cancer. And therefore, we have decided to take the next step, not only to advance development in those indications, but also to broaden the program to see if there are more cancer forms or other types of cancer therapies where we do see synergies with. So therefore, we have expanded to do, let's say, more development in triple-negative breast cancer, biliary tract cancer, and colorectal cancer, together with new chemotherapies, but also to look into non-small cell lung cancer and pancreatic cancer to see other opportunities in other segments. So, for instance, adding Canofor to FOLFIRINOX, in contrast to Gemabraxane, which we have started before. And the plan is really to have a large number of opportunities here, and then obviously decide on which one are most likely to work all the way through, and it could be based on anything from commercial opportunity, competition, potential safety, and obviously early efficacy. So all those programs have started during the last 12 months, and now we're obviously in recruitment phases and hopefully in the harvesting mode later on this year.
Thank you for that. What is the latest data update from your investigations of nadunolimab in pancreatic cancer? And can you please talk about your recent initiative, the Precision Promise with PanCan?
Yeah, so we have updated the pancreatic cancer data end of last year, which shows that when we add our antibody to Gemabraxane, we certainly see that a very pronounced difference of what you would expect from chemotherapy alone when it comes to overall survival, when it comes to progression-free survival. And also patients have durable responses, that they have deep responses. So it all looks like our hypothesis of, let's say, enhancing the chemotherapy is really working out. And based on these data in pancreatic cancer, we were approached by a US network called PanCan, who is currently trying to populate an ongoing phase 2/3 clinical trial with 4 different promising compounds in pancreatic cancer, with the goal of studying them individually against one common comparator arm, and obviously find the winners here who could then make a difference for patients later on. So we're extremely pleased and honored to have been selected by PanCan, who obviously represents the biggest and most important US clinical centers, and obviously the leading KOLs are behind this evaluation and then conduct of the study. So it means a lot for us for recognition of our data and the potential in our drug. And it also means a lot financially, because PanCan is obviously subsidizing this trial, and it will cost us somewhere, let's say, about a third to a half of what a normal phase 3 trial would cost.
Thank you. That sounds like a very significant development. That's very interesting. Moving on, what is the latest update from your studies in non-small lung cancer? Which other cancer types are you most interested in?
Yeah. So in non-small cell lung cancer, we again have shown that we have response rates which are much higher than you expect from chemotherapy alone, and this fits very nicely with our hypothesis. Lung cancer is obviously much more segmented than pancreatic cancer, with lots of different treatment strategies depending on subtypes of non-small cell lung cancer. So we are now focusing very much on what's called non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer, where we definitely see, again, a very pronounced benefit compared to historical control data with chemotherapy alone. And we're starting, let's say, both activities in first line in combination with immune therapy and chemotherapy. We're doing more second line after immune therapy. And we're also looking into non-small cell lung cancer at a later stage in combination with docetaxel. So I think that's what's happening in non-small cell lung cancer. And then other cancer forms, I think the activity in triple negative breast cancer is really interesting, because it's our first randomized trial, which is taking place right now. So we're doing an initial safety evaluation just to get the dosing rights, because it's new combination, and then we'll take the next step to see how it works out in a randomized setting. And this is a collaboration with the Spanish breast cancer group. So in a way, it's an investigator-sponsored trial, even though they are carrying out more than you would expect from an investigator-sponsored trial.
Great. So can you then summarize for us the newsflow you expect from nadunolimab trials over the next 18 or 24 months, for example?
Yeah, so we expect a really interesting and good news flow, and what's, let's say, closest here now is the free trial or the free activities that has been ongoing for longest, which is obviously pancreatic cancer with gemabraxine, non-small cell lung cancer with gemcisplatin, and also immune therapy with Keytruda, where we expect to present updated data during Q2. And in pancreatic cancer, for instance, we present data on 33 patients. We're now planning to present efficacy data in 73 patients. So it's going to be a much bigger data set. Non-small cell lung cancer, we have presented, let's say, more short-term efficacy data like responses. Now we're ready to present more long-term data. And in the immune therapy combination, we have not presented efficacy data yet, so it will be the first presentation of that. And then all these other initiatives that started up during last year will be in a position to have data that are, let's say, meaningful to present to the market. So that will happen probably starting during H2, and then continuously once we have something to present. And I would like to underline that our strategy is to be transparent to everyone and not hide away data in any way.
That sounds great, and sounds like a busy period ahead. So last but not least, what is the latest update from your CAN10 project, and when can we expect it to enter clinical development?
Yeah, so the CAN10 project then is another antibody directed against a similar target, but or the same target as nadunolimab, but it's designed for treatment of autoimmune inflammatory diseases. We have presented intriguing data both in, let's say, preclinical data in treatment of several severe autoimmune inflammatory diseases like myocarditis, and right now in systemic sclerosis at an upcoming conference. You should expect to learn more about how it works in this type of settings preclinically during 2022. In parallel, we're finalizing the tox package, the GLP tox package. We have communicated that the toxicology studies, the initial toxicology studies, looks very, very encouraging, with nothing, let's say, spectacular from a toxicity point of view standing out there. So we have a very safe drug. And now it's more of getting the tick boxes right, so we can start clinical trials early 2023.